March 2024 is about dreaming the world into existence. The energy of this month is visionary, and the keynotes are love, dreams, spirituality, and creativity. Synchronicities that are just too uncanny to ignore consistently pop up throughout the month. It's as if the universe is dropping certain people, places, projects, possibilities, and practices to get your attention. And very likely, who or what is getting your attention is much different than what you're familiar with. The universe knows that you are ready to up-level beyond the familiarity you've already mastered. Chances are you're being called to make love or make money in some rather unconventional and new ways. Launches and new beginnings are abundant around the Spring Equinox, which is Mother Nature's new year. So your visions and hopes can really take flight this month. Plus, relationships and business partnerships blossom around the Libra Lunar Eclipse. There's an element of surrealism, psychedelics, art, and spirituality that proliferate this month's energy. So let the month of March be sweet and full of possibilities. Hi, friends, and welcome to March 2024. This is the Futurecast, and I'm your host and cosmic coach, Moriel Loren. Before we dive into this month's geocosmic signatures affecting your life, love, business, and the globe, here's a quick announcement from the home front. I'd like to invite you to join me at a 4-day spiritual festival from April 5th through 8th in Austin, Texas, celebrating the total solar eclipse. April's total solar eclipse is predicted by astronomers to be the world's most watched event in modern history, with about 500 million people expected to be watching it. So come view it with me in the Texas Hill Country over 4 days of ceremony, ritual, music, celebration, and over 20 educational speakers, including yours truly. The festival will be keynoted by a Tibetan Lama and include lots of other speakers, including my presentation about spiritual crossroads, the 6 choices that create karma, and how to make decisions that determine your destiny. So join me April 5th through 8th in Austin for this incredible once-in-a-lifetime event hosted by the very renowned organization, the Shift Foundation, and check out this once-in-a-lifetime phenomenon that you'll probably never get to see again. I'm ready if you are, so let's dive in. The month kicks off with signs and synchronicities that are too uncanny to miss as the heroic sun aligns with lucky Jupiter during the first weekend of March, particularly around Friday, March 1st. Daydreams, fantasies, intuitions, and serendipities consistently drop in throughout the month, but something rather exceptional does come into your field of awareness during the first weekend in March. So pay attention, trust it, and follow your gut. Is there a particular idea or feeling that keeps circulating in your field of awareness? Is there a certain person that consistently is popping up to you? Maybe there's a place or practice that you feel inexplicably and intensely drawn to. Become curious about why that person or thing is trying to get your attention, especially if it seems out of your norm. That lets you know it's immediately pulling you in a new and interesting direction that your guides want you to go. Whatever or whoever it is may combine elements of spirituality with practicality, charitable causes with money or tangible service, or spirituality with sensuality and romance. In many ways, this new curiosity feels like a wink from heaven, almost like it's destined. That's because it is. The universe recognizes that you are ready to move beyond your familiarity, which you've already mastered, into new and expanded skill sets, relationships, and experiences. You're about to be taken beyond yourself. So stay tuned for more throughout the month of March. The first weekend of March also takes you beyond the box, as unusual ways of loving or unconventional ways of making money come into your field of possibility when Unconventional Uranus aligns with magnetic Venus. So you're attracting all sorts of out-of-the-box experiences this month. So it's worth evaluating who made up the rules about how you're supposed to love or make money in the first place. And are those rules really working for you right now? And why are you still following them? So, wherever in your life you feel that you don't have enough love or enough money, maybe a smarter question would be to ask, how can I restructure the rules to support me rather than hold me back so that I can welcome more abundance into my life? If you've had a closed heart or a broken heart, perhaps it's time to allow yourself to fall in love again. If you've been holding resentment towards someone, including yourself, maybe it's time for a forgiveness practice. If you've been wanting to have a romantic or sexual encounter with someone, but you've been telling yourself it's naughty or wrong, maybe it's time to rewrite that script in a way where it could be genuine and authentic and good. In any type of situation, just ask yourself, where is my heart closed? And how can I invite more love in? In matters of success, if you've been doing the same old thing for a long time, then perhaps it's time to change careers or to add a new service offering to your repertoire or to start some kind of side hustle. If you've always been the breadwinner, then perhaps it's time to let somebody else take care of the finances or help you with some favors or at least help you out with some extra tangible support. And if you're tired and burned out from the grind, then maybe it's time to take some time off or to start some kind of side passion project that generates a little bit of income and a bit of joy. Whatever the situation, it's a good question to ask, where are my talents needed and how can I welcome more abundance in? For some people, financial arrangements and business opportunities may combine with love. So wherever you're feeling trapped in a box this month, ask yourself, what are the rules that you created to trap yourself in there and rewrite them? Life is your story. The second weekend of March feels like a dream catcher from March 8th through 11th when Mercury aligns with Neptune, creating a spike in your intuition. So trust your gut. There's this certain curiosity that keeps popping up throughout the month of March. That person, place, practice, possibility that seems too uncanny to ignore. You're going to receive a second clue about this thing during the second weekend of March. So keep your eyes peeled and follow the tracks for where it's leading towards the end of the month. Also, you may have an experience during the second weekend of March that feels psychic, healing, or creative in some way at the Pisces new moon because it's stirring up the universal forces that are stimulating your subconscious. In fact, there's a glimmer of hope in the air about something you had previously given up on, but that's now becoming available to you again, just in a different package than you're expecting, or perhaps differently than how it was before. So, what are the dreams that you have forsaken that now it's time to revisit? Perhaps you'd given up on love, or put a passion project on the back burner, or told yourself a certain idea was silly. But now, what if it was all still possible and becoming available to you again? It's just going to be different than it was. So keep your eyes peeled and your heart open for the reigniting of dreams that might now come true, and perhaps in a better way than you ever would have expected. The universe is dreaming a new dream for you, and the web is wider than you think. The third week of March brings Mother Nature's New Year at the March 19th Spring Equinox, which officially kicks off the spring season in our environment, which is demarcated by having equal hours of daylight and nightlight. The spring equinox is a wonderful time for major decisions, events, meetings, and manifestation rituals. It's also a really good time to do some spring cleaning, both literally and metaphorically. So who or what needs to be detoxified from your environment? And what new seeds are you planting in its place? Out with the old, in with the new. Although the March 19th spring equinox is generally a favorable date, this year it also happens to be the beginning of the Mercury retrograde shadow period, meaning the 2 weeks prior to our spring season Mercury retrograde, which kicks off on April 1st. So pay careful attention around the spring equinox to certain people, feelings, impressions that are popping up, because it'll give you a clue as to what will get retrograded in 2 weeks at the beginning of April. Some of the themes to keep an eye on might have to do with sudden beginnings and sudden endings, a feeling of having jumped the gun or rushed into something, dealing with unresolved frustrations, or in some cases, unresolved sexual tensions, and the need for having really bold words in direct conversations. The third week of March also makes you want a sure thing when Venus unites with Saturn on March 21st and 22nd. You might be seeking some reassurance or responsibility in your interpersonal relationships. You might be seeking financial accountability with others. You might also be looking for a plan of some structured fun that you're going to have with other people. And you might also be really ready to lock in a business or personal commitment. The spring equinox week is a powerful week for just saying it or just doing it and going ahead and locking in whoever and whatever you want. Meanwhile, Mars enters Pisces from March 22nd to April 30th, only further adding to these ongoing themes around compassion, creativity, spirituality, healing, and intuition with synchronicities and dreams that are coming up this month. Additionally, this can add a sort of otherworldly psychedelic quality to sex during this month. You might feel particularly drawn towards sex as a form of energetic healing and be curious about exploring things like Tantra, BDSM, costuming, body work, or erotic dance as part of your intercourse experience to transcend beyond just the physical into the more ethereal realms of lovemaking. The last week of March brings a powerful relationship portal with the Libra Lunar Eclipse. Remember the title of that famous Tina Turner song called "What's Love Got to Do with It?" Well, that perfectly encapsulates the energy from March 25th to April 8th. The Libra Lunar Eclipse is activating the opportunity for romances, business partnerships, friendships, allies, unions, and frenemies that are all going to take flight over the next 2 weeks. In fact, all the way leading up until the April 8th solar eclipse. That solar eclipse is predicted by astronomers to be the most watched event in modern history, with an anticipated 500 million people going to watch it. So if you've ever wanted to take a chance with someone else, now is the time to do it. The March 25th Libra lunar eclipse aligns with the South Node of past history and also activates the healer asteroid Chiron. You are clearing out karmic crap from past relationships, bad breakups, bad habits, heartbreak, and even past loves from past lives. Eclipses in these particular placements haven't happened since 2005. So what major turning points were happening in your life approximately 15 years ago? You might be clearing out some old karma from that time period, or erasing patterns that you had established during that time period. You might experience a healing activation that helps you overcome what had been previously done. You'll soon be ready to link up with new faces in love or business partnerships, and even turn a fresh and renewing page in an existing partnership. So, the March 25th week of the Libra lunar eclipse is a powerful time to pay close attention to the people you want to be closest to. The month ends on March 31st with Easter, which is the modern Christianized version of the original pagan holiday celebrating the fertility goddess Ishtar. It's celebrated with eggs because, of course, the goddess woman's Eggs represent the fertility of birthing new life. Easter always falls on the first Sunday after the first full moon after the spring equinox, and it's a wonderful time for fertility rituals and new beginnings. All right, friends, now that you know the geocosmic energy patterns for the month ahead, it's time for you to determine your destiny. If this video has been helpful, then give us a comment or a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to our free monthly newsletter at www.livesymbolic.com. And of course, share this video with other independent thinkers. I'd love to see you in my office or online for an individual consultation if you're curious how these geocosmic patterns affect you individually. All right, friends, thanks for joining me here on the Futurecast, and until next time, when our stars align.